Itu foto.
No, ya on. Ini tahu.
है वतन मेरे वतन, है वतन आबाद रहे तो। वतन वतन मेरी आबाद रहे तो, वतन वतन मेरी आबाद रहे तो, वतन वतन मेरी आबाद रहे तो, मैं जहाँ रहूँ जहाँ मैं याद रहे तो, मैं जहाँ रहूँ जहाँ मैं याद रहे तो, वतन मेरे वतन, है वतन मेरे वतन। तू ही मेरी मंजिल है पहचान तुझी से, तू ही मेरी मंजिल है पहचान तुझी से, पहुँचूं मैं जहाँ भी मेरी बुनियाद रहे तो, पहुँचूं मैं जहाँ भी मेरी बुनियाद रहे तो, वतन वतन मेरी आबाद रहे तो, मैं जहाँ रहूँ जहाँ मैं याद रहे तो, वतन मेरे वतन, मेरे वतन।
Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where the mind is led forward by thee, into ever-widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom. My father, let my country awake. These were the words spoken by Nobel laureate Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore. Good morning, everyone. I take pride and feel honored to wish you all a very happy 74th Independence Day of our country. Rolling back to 74 years, we've had great leaders who led our country to freedom from the British colonial rule. To remember the sacrifices of our freedom fighters and to rejoice their achievements, we all celebrate the Indian Independence Day on 15th August every year with pride. Freedom is a gift. It is the gift of sacrifices, struggles, sleepless nights, and brutal tortures faced by our forefathers. This freedom owes itself to our great leaders such as Mahatma Gandhi, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Jawaharlal Nehru, Subhash Chandra Bose, Abul Kalam Azad, Bhagat Singh, and every other Indian who supported the cause of independence. India's freedom struggle provides an insight into the much talked about philosophy of non-violence of Mahatma Gandhi. India's freedom was secured not through guns and military prowess, but through the weapon of non-violence. But what is being independent? Is it that every citizen of India should be free whether they are poor or rich, irrespective of their caste or creed? Or is it something more? The illustrious generation that led us to freedom did not perceive independence only in terms of transfer of political power. They considered it a stepping stone in a longer and larger process of nation building and national well-being. Their objective was to improve the life of each individual, each family, and of society as a whole. I feel being an independent citizen means we have a huge responsibility on our shoulders. That is, we have the sovereign power of deciding our destiny ourselves. No doubt we are a free land, but this free land is surrounded by some multitude problems like overpopulation, youth unemployment, poverty, underdevelopment of rural areas, and many more. Even if each one of us decide to work with one problem of our society, we will see that we will be making great contributions towards our nation. Someone rightly said that the future hinges on to the young generation. We, the youth of our country, can use this power to change the nation, make it better and prosperous in all aspects. Hence, it becomes our duty to serve the nation and make every possible endeavor towards the progress of our country. Let our enemies fear us. We are the world's largest democracy of free and happy people. We are politically powerful, economically strong, and militarily advanced. We have to be united. The future depends on what we do in the present. Therefore, we must utilize our today for a better tomorrow. We walk with our heads held high because we know we live in a free country. We do not, however, take this freedom for granted as it was purchased with a martyr's blood. They gave it their blood. They gave it their all, left the comforts of their homes, the love of their families, and the hope of life for our freedom. Let us salute today the people who fought for the independence of the country and dedicate ourselves to the service of this great nation. Jai Hind.
जब आँख खुले तो धरती हिंदुस्तान की, जब आँख बंद हो तो यादें हिंदुस्तान की। हम मर भी जाएं तो कोई गम नहीं, लेकिन मरते वक्त मुक्ति हिंदुस्तान की। इन्हीं भावनाओं के साथ आपके समक्ष देशभक्ति गीत प्रस्तुत करने आ रहे हैं हमारे विद्यालय के शिक्षक वृंद।
Oh,
speech by school head boy.
May the sun his course visit no land more free, more happy, more lovely than this, our own country. Greetings to all the people who have come together on this momentous day for the country to whom we adhere, our different cultures, yet a strong common patriotic sentiment. I am a 17-year-old son of my country which turns 74 today. This day embarks and honors the great sacrifices and efforts of those who laid down their lives and kept persevering in the times of physical, economical, and emotional suppression under the foreign rule. The generation that led us to the independence did not perceive it to be as the final triumph, but as the first step towards achieving a strong establishment wherein justice, equality, and unity become a hallmark of our successful nation. Now, if I may ask, have you achieved the country which was pretended in our patriotic liberators? Have we grown as a country independent of purely selfless strife and where there is a common reliance among each other and of our safety? Though the country has grown leaps and bounds in all fields, despite many roadblocks and challenges, since 15th August 1947, a peculiar dichotomy has persisted in our motherland. Even after 74 years of independence, India is simultaneously living in two different centuries, wherein Lamborghinis and Rolls-Royce zoom past the bullock carts and camel carts, wherein 5G connectivity is becoming a reality, where a segment of the population doesn't even have electricity, where the country is sending missions to the space while people have to walk miles to get potable drinking water. This disparity makes our motherland truly diverse and unique, with more than 100 languages being spoken from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, with so many religions coexisting peacefully. Our country is a true epitome of unity and diversity. Our tricolor signifies courage, truth, and sacrifice, and it is the duty of all Indians to keep the national flag flying high. It's not the only mere documents that make us Indians, but it is the patriotism, the love, and the pride for our motherland that does. Now, remembering our heroes and our duties, let us pledge our existence to our great nation, not only in words, but with our heart, mind, and soul. Let us all inculcate the fervor and zest with which our forefathers got our independence. Let us all move forward to make our country the greatest of all. दे सलामी इस तिरंगे को जिससे तेरी शान है, दे सलामी इस तिरंगे को जिससे तेरी शान है, सर हमेशा ऊंचा रखना इसका जब तक दिल में जान है. जय हिंद.
मुझे ना धन चाहिए ना धन चाहिए, बस वतन से भरा, बस अमल से भरा यह वतन चाहिए. अपने नृत्य द्वारा विधि ऐसे ही भावों को प्रस्तुत करने वाले हैं. संगीत विभाग द्वारा संगीत में जुगलबंदी। मैं आमंत्रित करती हूँ श्रीमान तरुण दास, श्रीमान कृष्ण गोपाल, श्रीमान मणिशंकर बारिक और श्रीमान अंकुर भट्ट। Mr. Hemant Singh Dhillon, to address the gathering on this occasion.
We have some of our students here, very few. We have most of our staff here, especially the teaching staff, and 74 years of being a free nation is a very important milestone. Most of our children, most of our students are in their homes, and this message goes out to them and to their parents and to all members of our community. Now, I want to leave you with one word to think about during the day. That word is service. Whether you're a student or you're working, service is something which is possible to be done by all of us. Now, when we can raise our flag high in the sky in safety, it is because of the service and the sacrifice of those who are at the borders, whether they are from the army or the air force or the navy. That's not the question. But whoever is serving, whether at borders, whether in our cities, whether in our towns, whether it's the men and women in khaki who keep us safe, both in urban India and in the villages, whether it is the person who is working at a primary health center in a remote place during times of COVID, whoever it is because of someone's service that we are safe. Now, the first thing is, let us reflect on what we are doing. We don't have to compare with anyone, but just what is happening in real time with us. And it is always important to know the why. Why is it important to serve? Question mark. In the last 3 months, a lot of work has happened around the school, helping those who don't have anything, those who are without a job, those who have to labor to earn their daily bread, helping those who have no home, helping those who are migrants, helping those who want to work but could not work because of circumstances. And I'm very happy to share that the school, our administrative team, thank you Colonel Kaushal, our bursar, thank you all members of administrative staff, all members of teaching staff who have gone above and beyond to serve the community in this pandemic. Now, what I would like to share is, to serve our community, we were supported wholeheartedly by the larger community, especially the old Sonari society. So a big thank you to all the support that we've got. And let me remind all our students that wherever you are, you have an opportunity to serve the larger community. As I speak, there are children in Patiala who are helping to distribute snacks and rations and to help the police to do their duty. The other thing I would like to request everyone is, wherever home is, make a difference there. Wherever you are, whether you are in Gurgaon at the moment or in Chandigarh or in Mumbai, make a difference there. And start with yourself. Look beyond the immediate pandemic. Yes, COVID is happening. Yes, a pandemic is on. It will not last forever. It will pass. A vaccine will come out. Things will be better. We will be able to travel. You will be able to come back to school. So, improve whatever is weak in each of us. If we lack a skill, this is the right time to upskill. If we don't know, this is the time to find out. If we are ignorant, this is the time to enlighten our minds. So look beyond the immediate present. Look beyond to a bright, shining horizon, because that is where we want to take our country. In 2 years, we will mark 175 years of existence. But in another 25 years, it will be a bicentenary. I would look at the bicentenary and I urge every student, every member of staff to look beyond the horizon to the bicentenary. Also, in the 74th year of our independence, wherever we are, let's say we are doing well, excellent. Let's say we can improve, let's do that. And let's not wait for someone to tell us, let's not wait for life to become normal. Let's do it today. Because what we do today will make our 100 years of independence not too far, just 25, some might say 26 years away, but not too far. And let me tell you, this is the time to plant seeds. Good thoughts, good deeds, good words, and doing our duty, serving the larger community. And each of these seeds, no matter how tiny, in the next year, by the next monsoon, will make a huge difference to our country. So I would say, do good things every day, guide others. If you know better, please share, help others. Let us make our entire community better, stronger, and a better place to exist in. A very important thing to do is to introspect. Look inwards. Don't look outwards. We can't travel to the Maldives. No issue. It'll wait for us. Let us look inwards. Let us introspect. Let us reflect. What can we do better? How can we do things better? What can improve? What is my weakness? Take your weakness, make it into your strength. And yes, plan. Plan so that you may implement the plan as and when we can. Skills are very important. Knowledge, of course, is very important for students, but I would say skills are even more important. And every day, learn something new. Anything that you're scared of, let's say you're scared of maths or Sanskrit or French, whatever you're scared of, learn that. Overcome that. And yes, be as creative as possible. Once you make a sketch, once you paint a picture, once you play a musical instrument on the stage, your life will change. So be as creative as you can. Let's say you don't have a musical instrument, no problem. I'm sure you can get a sheet of paper. You don't have paints, no issue. You can get a pencil, start sketching. One side of the mind is creative, the other is critical. Use both sides of the mind. And by critical I mean learn to think in a very rational, very critical manner, not to criticize, but to understand. Be the change. Whatever is paining you, whatever is causing you grief, make that better. I would say, if the area around our homes is not clean, let's clean that. No work is too small. We are Indians. If we can raise our flag on 15th August, if we can sing our national anthem, we are blessed. It is our duty now to make sure that that blessing is available to the future generations. And please, think as much as possible and see what is important. There's certain things which are important. There's certain things we can do without. But use this time to actually see what is important, take those important things and make them a part of our lives. Be proactive. Don't wait for anyone to tell you what you haven't done. Be proactive. Try and do it before it becomes critical. So, see what is important. If you can do the important things, it will never become a critical issue. It will never manifest into a crisis. And I would say, whatever your talents, whatever your good points, make them better. All of us have weaknesses. Let us today pledge to take those weaknesses and improve them in such a way that they become our strengths. And each of us is blessed to be human. If we are born in this great nation, it is a blessing. Please keep in mind, we have at least a 5,000-year heritage of high civilization. Not just history, not just art, not just culture, but high civilization. Very few nations have such a rich inheritance. So, each of us is a gift from the Almighty. See what is good in all of us, make that better, and make a pledge today that each of us will not be like the next person or someone from another country. Make a pledge that we will strive to be the best version of ourselves going forward. And look around you, a lot of blessings, a wonderful monsoon, a lot of greenery, good things happening in the nation. So be inspired by all this, count your blessings, be grateful, and take pride in the India that we can make possible. Thank you. Jai Hind.